everybody, this is Danny Doring for Pro Wrestling 101, filling in for Just Incredible. I'm here with Larry Sharpe, a man who I've never actually had the pleasure to meet, and I'm meeting for the first time, but I've heard about you from about, I don't know, a million wrestlers that I've worked with in ECW and all over, and your reputation for being one of the greatest, I guess, wrestling trainers, I guess you could say, is widely known. I know about it, but I'm actually a pleasure and an honor to meet you for the first time. Hosting this is a favor to Just Incredible, and we just want to get to know some insight and what it takes to make a wrestler today, because obviously you kept in touch through all the decades of different things and how the business has changed. How do you keep a wrestler, how do you mold a wrestler today as being related to as it was breaking in for guys like yourself?
Well, you know, I started in the early 70s and there was no wrestling schools. What I had to do was bum rides to arenas where there was already a ring up with guys like Fuji, Gorilla Monsoon. They would take me in a ring, work with me for about an hour, hour and a half. Then we'd watch the matches, and I'd have to help break the ring down and then take the ride home. But there became such a market for guys that want to be professional wrestlers, and so many people think that they can do it and that it's easy, and it's really not. That in 1974, we're coming along. I started out in 1983. I opened up the Monster Factory, and of course, my first student was Bam Bam Bigelow. And before him, I trained King Kong Bundy, but he wasn't really a Monster Factory student, and I trained Tony Atlas for Charlotte. But over the years, the Monster Factory's grown by leaps and bounds, and right now we're growing bigger and better than ever, and it's a real pleasure to be here and talk to people like you. And unfortunately, for guys like me now, this is my 40th year in wrestling, 10 years as an amateur, and 30 years as a professional. So I was fortunate enough to get one of my students, Dan Cage, right here, and he's become my partner. We're 50-50 partners, right down the middle. I could not do it without Dan, and he knows that I appreciate him, and he's the future of the Monster Factory. So if anybody thinks that they've got what it takes to become a professional wrestler, monsterfactory.org is the way to go, but I'd like Dan to talk a little bit about what's going on now.
Pleasure, sir. Thank you.
How you doing, buddy?
How do you relate now? Like I was asking, like, and I know a lot of guys are there, and I'd actually like to take this time and maybe stop down myself. I don't live that far. I'm right up in Central Jersey. I know Bill Wiles and Blue Meanie and all these guys. But now it's, like he said, breaking in, what he had to go through and what a lot of guys had to go through, even as early as, even into the 80s and early 90s. It's just a different ball game now. So how do you keep guys and keep them respectful, yet in touch with their past, and translate that to wrestling training today?
Well, it's a tough job because you see what's out there, and what's great is with having him here and the tradition that he's built. Like I say, I couldn't do what I'm doing without him, and he says what we're doing right now he couldn't do without me. So basically, we go with the old school mentality. Like we use real ropes. We keep the ropes loose. There's no top rope. There's no going to the outside. There's no chopping. There's no punching. Like he says, if you got to take it to the outside, then you're not telling the story in the ring. And that's what we got. It's a three-part story. The classic match is a three-part story. You got 18-year-olds, 17-year-olds playing in backyards, and then they throw on a pair of jeans and they go to every single show there is, and they work for free. And we don't have that. Everybody who wrestles our place wrestles in tights. They're respectful. They stay, they clean up, they fold the chairs. We got somebody signed to WWE right now, and he's still at the Monster Factory scrubbing the mats, cleaning it all up. It's paying your dues, and there's not a lot of places that make you pay dues anymore.
No, there isn't. And for everybody wondering, because this is an internet thing, and maybe somebody isn't aware of it, where exactly is we know it's monsterfactory.org, but where exactly is it located, and is there a phone number that they can get in touch with you also?
Yeah, we're located in Paulsboro, New Jersey. We actually share the wrestling room with the Paulsboro wrestling team. Full weight room, showers, full setup, air conditioning, heating, and you can contact us at 609-471-7904. That's my personal cell phone. Call me up. Call us up. We'll get you started.
Well, there it is, gentlemen. If you want to get trained in wrestling, get trained the right way. I recommend, if you're in the area or if you need to travel, if you want to go old school and travel from Idaho or California and come down and stay and get trained the right way, monsterfactory.org. Right here, these two gentlemen are going to take you to where you need to go and show you what you need to know. right here. Much respect, gentlemen. I appreciate you. I hope we did Just Incredible some justice, because this, my friends, isn't just the coolest. It isn't just the best. This is Pro Wrestling 101, and it's just incredible.